Alright, so I'm going to just do a quick video on these lights. I don't know if you can see them. It's SONAR SK3302H1. I think H1 right here is the type of light that I use. The type of light bulb. Alright, so this is for my 2009 Pontiac G5. And, okay, so you're going to pop these things out, which they look like that. This comes straight up, and then you pull on this big piece, okay? You're going to pull those out to use it to pull back to get this light out. There's 2 bolts that go right there. I use a 10 millimeter socket to get that out. Now, I used a rag for my light. This is the high beam, this is the low beam. Thankfully, they use the same bulb. I don't know if that's on every car, but thankfully in my situation it was. The bulbs look like this. That one is an old one. This is a spare that I took out of the low beam. Well, actually no, these are both bad. Because that one came out of the high beam and turns out that one is bad. Even though it looks good, it's bad. Both of these are bad. But this is the type of light that I got. Okay, so for the low beam, pull this thing out. Okay, you pull this little plastic piece back. Now what you're going to do is you're going to get this metal piece, you're going to push down and bend it to the side so that way it comes out of this little hook thing. You pull it back. Make sure to move it carefully around this wire. Then it's going to release this part right here, which is the light bulb. This connector right here. You're going to, well, what I use is some pliers to hold it and then pull on the light bulb. It was tough for me, but I just wiggled and pulled and it came out finally. You're going to install the new light back into this piece. You're going to put it back in, and then you're going to pull this bar back down over and then clamp it right in. It's a simple little process. See, do that, and you pull this back, and then see how it starts to wiggle? That's your light bulb. That's all you do. And then install it back in, and voila, you're done. Here is the old light bulb. For the new light bulb, I wore gloves handling it because I read somewhere that, or on the package, that you're supposed to wear gloves. So that's what I did. See, easily can tell that that's a bad bulb. Now this came out of the high beam, same bulb, but it looks fine, right? But it wasn't coming on. So I just replaced it with the spare that I used from the low beam instead of going out and spending another $40 to $45 for 2 more bulbs and then having to come back, taking all this apart again. Well, it's not really hard. It was just like 2 screws and 2 tabs and then a yank to do so. I will wait a week or so to go finally buy me some new bulbs as a backup, so I don't have to go through this again. I'm going to just slide this back over, pop this thing back in, put that on it. It's nice and sealed. Okay, remove my rag, and I'm going to put this side in first. Pull this a little bit back in, slide it in, put this in, and it's going to just fit right in. Put my screws back in, and then put my tabs. And that's it. All for these lights. I'm so glad that this worked out the way that it did. Because I really didn't want to have to go back to O'Reilly's. I mean, they're great people, but I just didn't want to have to go there. Oh shit, I think I'm doing this wrong. Alright. I finally got it on there. Alright, that's tight. I always screw them in both at the same time. Halfway, finish, tighten. I don't know, I was always told to do them at the same time. Just because I don't know why. I just do it from now on. Every time I screw something in, I always do an equal screw. So now, all I gotta do is just put in my little tabs. Here are the little tabbies. Okay. See how they stick out? Yep. Push it in, locks it in. Locks it in. All right. Okay, and those are my lights from my Pontiac. I feel good. My lights are now working. Time for cleanup. Thank you for watching. I hope this helps anybody who has trouble with their damn lights. And please, if you're going to make a comment, don't be rude. I ain't no freaking car expert. As always, thank you for watching. Happy YouTubing.